If you ever write regular expressions, you quickly see how complicated they can get. Here is an example that is even not that bad, but still not pleasant to look at all. So let's try to simplify them. I will show how. Before we start, let's give an honorable mention to this bash command interpolation. Let's parse mathematical intervals and segments. This is interesting enough example. So if we have a parenthesis, then it's an open interval, and if we have this block, then it's closed interval. Also we have multiple ways how we can specify numbers. So let's compile a list of interesting inputs. Now let's build our parser. Let's handle first bracket. It can be parentheses or bracket, and since both of these characters are special characters, we need to escape both of them. In case you wonder why the initial opening and closing parentheses, it is to add a group, so let's add it. Capturing groups are a relatively new feature, but are pretty awesome. Here I'm trying to build a pattern for closing bracket, and here we see a justification why this video is needed. Things quickly get messed up. Let's try better this time. Anyhow, I don't feel confident in this bunch of characters without any test. So let's test. Let's add the rest of the expression, initially including only simple digits, not all number forms. Then let's build a parser for the other forms of the number. Minus in the beginning is optional, then followed by some digits, and optionally followed by decimal numbers. As you can see, digit followed by dot is allowed, so the last D in our regular expression has a star, not a plus. Literals that start with dot sign are still not supported. Since there is a form that is terminated with a dot, we need to make a totally new expression. Let's build it here directly in the tester. Looks good enough. Now the sadness starts when you realize that this clunky thing needs to be repeated 2 times. How to do this? Without further ado, let's start simplifying this mess. Main idea is very simple. Separate the thing into parts. Everything we split into lines, but the regular expressions we cannot. Let's find a solution around this. The way to not repeat number matcher is to use string constructor of regular expression. This is the reason why on line 17 I wrote a string. Line 18 is also interesting because \s is white space, but when we write a string that is \s, backslash simply gets swallowed. So let's work around this too. Therefore, let's decide that a part can be either a string or a regular expression, and continue splitting. Line 17 and line 25 seem ugly enough. Let's make a function that will make this more pretty. Since we decided that a part can be either a string or a regular expression, this requires a resolve function that will make a discussion of what is the type of the argument and return always a uniform format. p.toString gets executed twice, so let's refactor this. And finally, let's finish our group function. The syntax can be hidden away inside it. What gets separated needs a way to be put back together. Let's make a joiner function. It is simple enough. After testing all this together, we don't see so much errors, surprisingly enough. This finishing parentheses, and the second error is more tedious. We actually need to group our number method in parentheses. So let's extend the group function to support this as well. Let's change the order of arguments since name is becoming optional. If no name is provided, we will only group things in parentheses without a capturing group. Wrapping number method in a group should solve the problem. But why does this ending parentheses happen? What's the issue with this? Well, after a quick scan, I decide to ignore the problem until I meet it again. Let's write another function, only require that the all input matches are pattern and nothing else is provided. And there it happens. It is always 42. Oh, now it's 43. Anyhow, this escape, we can escape like this or turn into regular expression, and the escape is accepted. There is no more ending bracket. This is good. So this is our resulting method. Besides the fact that parts are more readable than matcher 1, I provide a way to compose things together and to forget parts of syntax. You could obviously expand on this idea, but these are three main and three very good reasons to write your regular expressions in this way. Until next time.